Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another Free the Piece Friday. And if you watched my last Diecast weekly episode, you probably figured this one was what was coming. I am just not going to wait. We're going to get this thing out of the package. I need it out of the package. I need it out of the package now. So, we're going to pull it out. This is the Ultra Red from 2019 Premium Release 4, and it is a fantastic looking Ultra Red. I got it from someone off of Instagram that ended up turning out to be living in my same state. I'm going to get to meet him at our local Diecast meet, so it's super cool. Dustin Winsell, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. We'll clear that up at the meet. But anyway, here it is. Here is the Ultra Red of this truck. Of course, we are going to walk through all the other releases of the truck so far, and we're going to just talk about each one a little bit briefly before we open up these three. We're actually going to open up all three of these. Of course, that's what's appropriate for this. So the first one out, of course, of these Chevy trucks that everybody was clamoring over, which is great because these things are awesome. This is the most anticipated tooling from Auto World. Is, of course, this yellow one here. So this one was in set A. Very, very cool. And I'm just going to fix the tire just a little bit there. So that was, licensed, or this was already 2019 Premium Release 2 is what these trucks were in. The amount they were limited to escapes me for the moment, but it wasn't quite as high as the 8500 that these were made in, the current release, but it was pretty much up there. It was close to 8,000. I think it was like 7,800. Anyway, really, really cool. This was heavily anticipated. We got two versions of the truck, of course, the A and the B of this lowered fleet side. And then, of course, I've got the Ultra Red to show you too, which is this guy right here. Just fantastic to get this. I was actually lucky enough, I ordered just an extra single of this car, and 3000 Toys shipped me the Ultra Red. So that is pretty awesome. So I got that checked off the list immediately when I got the set, and that's always a good feeling to get one of the tough ones out of the way. And then, of course, we also got the fleet, or the step side version, which is this guy right here. This is version A in red with a white top. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome, fantastic. Loved it when it came out, and it's just really cool that they made a bunch of different tooling versions. And then this one, the color on this one is just insane. I absolutely adore it. This is just a very lovely, lovely casting. I really, really like it in this color green. It just looks so nice. Just a fantastic color. And then, of course, there was an Ultra Red version of that, which is this right here, which I got from my buddy Tor. So, yeah. Very, very awesome. Thanks again, Tor, for this one. He just he pulled this out of a box from, I believe, 3000 Toys as well, and ended up sending it to me. So, what a fantastic dude. All right, so there was those, and then if you remember, if you watched my channel for a while, I ended up doing some wheel swaps. So I put this one on this one's base, and I think it looks awesome. Just looks fantastic. So I did it with this one. Of course, I did it with this one as well. I did videos on that, by the way. You can search for them. They're going to be in the Auto World playlist. They might even be in my Hot Wheels customizing playlist, which is pretty small, so it'd be easy to find them there. So of course, base swap those, and of course the bases from these had to go on the step side trucks. Just had to do this. I saw somebody else do it, and I'm like, to do it to one of them, and I was like, yeah, that's happening. So that one looks pretty awesome right there. I really like it. So there's those. So that's all the first release of the trucks. And then there was the Diecast Diecast. And actually, I think this came out slightly after this series behind you here. So Diecast Diecast slash CS Customs came out with an exclusive, a hobby exclusive of this truck. And here is one of them right here. I forget how much these were limited to. It's not very many. Probably the most limited truck so far. So they came out with it in 2 versions. They came out with it like this, with just, you know, it's got basically the same graphics as this blue one, just a little bit darker in color. And looking good. And then they also came out with one that had a Golf logo on it, which was this one right here. So I'm not sure. They might have ended up selling out of these. I don't really know. But pretty cool nonetheless. It's a nice truck. Looks good in almost anything you do with it. There is an ultra red version of this truck, which that's going to be a tough get because there really is not that many out there. The Ultra Red, I believe, does have the Golf logo on it. There's only one version of the Ultra Red, and it has a Golf logo on it. But that's going to be a tough one to get, and they were asking some pretty serious money for that, and I could not afford that at that time. So, all right. So anyway, let's get into this newest release. So there is 8,500 each of these, which makes the Ultra Red actually not as limited as a normal Ultra Red. It's about 510 pieces for that. But as popularity increases with Auto World, which it definitely should because they are amazing, the numbers are going to increase. I honestly don't care if they make like 1 million. As long as I'm able to get them, and as long as their quality stays what it is, I will be happy. Happy to have them in my collection, and it'd be nice not to stress out over trying to get them. But them being limited does have a cool factor for some people as well. So anyway, this is it. This is the version A, release 4, version A. So this is going to have the fleet side with the normal ride height. So it's basically like the wheel swap that I did. Or the wheel swap, the base swap that I did on those other ones. But now we get it in this like flame red, which looks pretty good. I don't know. I do have a lot of extras of these. I could drill one of this one apart, and maybe throw a base like that on it, and so that it would lower it to make it one of these guys. But I don't know if I'm going to play around with that and do that or not, even though those other ones turned out so good. So this is great. So you get the standard kind of graphic that we see now. The white on the sides, white top. Very nice looking truck. The tailgate goes down on these in case you guys didn't know. The hood also goes up as well. All in all, a great look for the truck. But the one that was most exciting, we get a little bit of off-center bow tie there on the wheel. That back one doesn't look so great. The rest of it looks really good. This side is perfect. Of course, that was the side it was facing in the package. This is the one I picked to open. But anyway, really nice, really good. So as you can tell, it looks pretty much the same like as the yellow one with that other base on it. Awesome. And then, but the one that is really making people go nuts is this one right here. And rightfully so. Those wheels look so cool and so awesome. You know, and I will admittedly, I will hoard, actually all these trucks, I will hoard them. If I find them in the wild, they're not going to stay on the pegs. I'm going to keep them. So I'm sorry, I don't hoard very much when it comes to diecast anymore. It used to be, you know, used to hoard a lot of stuff, but nowadays I do not hoard much. But this particular casting, these Auto Worlds, and actually Auto World in general, it's not just this casting. There's a few other things that I will pick up extras of, even though I really don't need them, just because I have a real hard time leaving them behind. And this, like, none of these I will ever leave behind. And I let everybody know locally to me if they find them, I want them, you know, and all that. And still locally, I'm really the only person around me that really appreciates Auto World to this extent. But anybody really, I think this truck in particular is really capturing the attention of everyone. And it should. It looks fantastic and is easily, a minute it was released, I'm like, that's the best version of it so far. And no joke. I mean, I think it is the best version of it. Auto World makes fantastic cars in black, first of all. They just always look really good. And putting this truck out in black like this, right decision to use these new wheels with it as well. It's just a winner. It's a winner release for sure. 75 Chevy. I'm just looking at the plates. You always got to check the plates every once in a while. Sometimes they will make the plates different between version A and version B. These are the same plates. But I don't know, man. This truck is delicious. All right, so there's that. So let's do this Ultra Red. So the minute this Ultra Red was coming out, it was commanding some pretty decent prices on eBay. And there are a lot of them, guys, so I'm going to give you some advice. I mean, if you want this truck, you don't have to rush to get it. Did I have to rush to get it? Well, not really. I kind of let it fall into my lap, and I got lucky, okay? I really did get lucky. But just to let you know, I mean, there are a lot of these out there. There's 520 of them out there, which may not seem like a lot to people that collect different types of diecast, but for Auto World, in comparison to many other Ultra Reds, this is not nearly as limited. And I think if you're patient enough, you'll be able to find it at a reasonable price. Don't blame me if the price skyrockets on it. I can't tell you that. I don't have a crystal ball in Auto World future. I can't tell you for sure it's going to stay low. But this thing is pretty. So I love it. I love that they do, in this release 4, they went Series B. So if you know Ultra Reds well, you know that there's only one version of Ultra Red, whether it's the version A or version B card, but the cars themselves, like throughout the whole series, are going to share the same traits. For this particular one, it has an Ultra Red interior, an Ultra Red body, it's got a white base, and it takes the traits of the version B car, and that's going to be the case throughout the entire series. So all of them in the series will have those attributes. That's why it has the wheels of this truck on it and the graphic of this truck on it, where it doesn't have the white on the side. The only reason that is because it's not because it was found on a version B card. It is because all of the cars in this set, in this 2019 release 4, are going to follow that formula. Okay? So hopefully that gives you some hints as to how to find these things. Well, not really how to find them, but if you see them in the wild, you'll be able to spot them and know what they are. But absolutely fantastic release. I am loving it. So I'm so glad to check this one off the list. I got this one, and I got the Ford F-150 off the list too, which is coming. You'll see that in the Diecast Weekly episode this week. So stay tuned to the channel for that. Again, if you like these Free the Piece Friday episodes, go ahead and check out the playlist. There's a lot of them there already. I started this video series not that long ago, and there's quite a few of them up already. Some interesting stuff. And then, of course, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And participate in Free the Piece Friday. Open your cars. Open them up. And show them on Instagram. Tag me in the process. I will be sure to check them out. Check out what you post. And, yeah. Super cool. So, I'm stoked about this. I'm going to go ahead and put these all back nice in a case. Display case down here in the sanctuary, and yeah, you guys have yourself an excellent day.